Hi everyone, my name is Shirel and I'm from SWA Architect, and I'm excited to show you guys how to create this project here using Ark Design. Okay, so when you are beginning a new project, you'll first type in the project name at the top here. We're going to select Imperial System here. And for this project, I know that it is a total of 18 floors. I know that it is in zoning district R6. The max building height is 260. Max base height is 110. And the min base height is 40. Now this information you'll probably either be given by the developer or you'll have to do your own zoning analysis to get these restrictions, but you can also not click anything and just click next. But with this project, because we have this information, we're able to input it here, and we'll go and click next now. Now the next item that we can choose is the lot type. You can select either the corner lot if it's on a corner, interior, or if you have two corner lot. For our project, we're going to continue with the interior corner. And then next. And then our lot shape is a bit of a backwards L. So just like how you can see here on the left, there's a video here showing that if I select the line here and select the circle, I can then adjust the lines as needed. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side here and give it a corner L shape. And if I drag the dot here and wait for it to snap onto the red dashed line, that means we have a 90-degree angle. So I'm going to make sure that they're all at 90 degrees. Okay, we're good. And then for this project, I'm going to go ahead and input in the lot dimension that we have. And then 44 here. So you can just type in the dimensions and it will auto adjust as you need. Sometimes you'll have to input the information a few times. And another cool thing is I can also just drag the line itself to the desired dimension too. So, okay, now we're good. So I'm going to click next. Okay, and then the next item that we're going to start making is the typical floor. And here we're given a series of options of which floor we want to go with. And again, we are a right corner shape, so I'm going to select this one here. And same concept. We can drag the lines or we can type in the dimensions. So I'm going to type them in as well. Here on the bottom we have 152. Over here is 40. Here is 40 as well. And here is 65. Okay. Next. So in the meantime, it's going to generate a few information. Okay, we have the area here, and we're going to click to generate. So here in the 2D view, we can see that it gave us a total of 18 floors. And if we select the 3D, then same issue, we have 18 floors in this typical floor shape. Now let's start editing it to make it look like our final product. So you can select back to 2D. Okay, and if I hover here, it will select all of the typical floor. Here I can add or take away from floors. And if I press this little icon here, the pencil, I can edit the typical floor. So let's go ahead and edit it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to convert these select walls, here are the lot lines, to block walls. They are automatically window walls, but if I right click on it, I can split the wall or I can switch to a block wall. So I'm going to select these here to be a block wall. And then the next thing I'm going to do is start adding a few elements for our typical floor. And the lovely thing is that these elements will then appear on every floor. So going to add, I'm going to first select the elevator, and I'm going to drop it in this relative location, and then here I'm going to select it happens on the typical floor. I'm going to add the second one right next to it. Again, it affects the typical floor. And then I'm going to add this button here, corridor. And I can drag the element to the desired locations. I'm going to snap it all the way to the wall. And same thing, because I want that core reduction, I'm going to right click and switch it back to a window wall, just in this location here. I'm going to drag it up here, and we typically do a 5-foot corridor. I'm going to drag it to the desired location for this project. Okay. And then I'm going to add the trash room over here. And yes, typical floor. And then the stairs, scissor stair. And if I press this icon here, oh, no, I apologize. If I right click it and press rotate, I can rotate it, but I think I'm gonna have to rotate it. There we go, and then place it there. Okay, so now I have the doors in the right location. Okay, and I'm going to now complete this back area here. And the reason I'm doing this now is any change that I do here to the typical floor will then be automatically applied to any of the other floors that we add later. So it's gonna make more sense in a little bit. But first, I'm going to select this area here, the AI generate. You click on it. It's going to be a little bit darker blue, and then I press here AI generate. And now you have the option of either placing in a certain percentage of units that you want in this highlighted area, or if you click here, you can do the numeric one. So we want to place 1 studio and 1 bedroom here. And here it also gives you an estimation of how many bedrooms you could put. So if I didn't want to put a studio, I could potentially put 2 1-beds here instead. But for this exercise, we will keep it this way. And then we will press Generate AI Plans. It's going to be generating them. Okay, I select it, apply selected. And I can also adjust the plan as I'd like. So I can move it around and it adjusts the square footages automatically. And if, let's say, I wanted this one to be 15 feet wide and this one 24, now it turned red and it turned into a studio. But if I right click on it and press regenerate, it will regenerate to another 2-bed again. So that looks good to me. Okay, I'm going to go back to go to section, and I'm going to remove a few floors. I'm going to remove all the way, to 10 floors. And now I'm going to create and add a ground floor. And the ground floor for this project is a bit larger than our typical floor. So let's click on that and edit. So like I said before, anything that you do on the typical floor will then automatically appear on any other floor. So I'm going to click on this and delete it, because on the ground floor we don't actually have any units. And our floor dimension here in the back, I'm going to drag here, and we are at 102 over here, and 65 here. Okay, there we go. So this is the ground floor, and also the corridor is going to be adjusted as well. So I'm just going to select it and move it around. Okay, and if I highlight it, I'm going to rename it to residential lobby. Okay. And then I want to add another room back here. And if I click enclosed area, and I'm going to want to build a wall right here. And I select here and drag these points. Boom, now I have a wall. Okay, and now this area, I'm going to select it, and I'm just going to say that it's going to be a residential amenity. And then this area here, I'm going to select it, and under use, I'm going to place it as parking. Okay, so now our ground floor is essentially set up how we want. Now I'm going to go back to our section. Okay, and now I'm going to add another floor type. So this is going to be the 12th through 14th floor. I'm going to create that, and let's go ahead and edit that one. And this is where we're going to introduce those setbacks. So I'm going to take this line and I'm going to drag it, and now we have a nice terrace at the front. I go back to the section, and if you go to 3D here, you can see how that adjusted there. So I'm going to add those other floors. Okay, cool. And then similarly, I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to add another floor type, and this is going to be 15th through 17th floor. And I'm going to edit that. And I'm going to again adjust this here. Yes, okay. I'm gonna add that. And then one more. And this is going to be the penthouse 18th floor. Okay, and one more adjustment. Okay. And now if I just wanted to have like a 3D view, then this would kind of be like, okay, cool, I could maybe play around with this just for facade purposes. But now we're going to get into the fun stuff of the layouts. Okay. I'm going to get back into the typical floor, and now let's generate this area here. So same steps, going to AI generate. I'm going to go to numeric, and I want 3 1 beds and 3 2 beds. I'm going to press generate AI plans. I actually made a mistake. I needed to make 5 1 beds and 3 2 beds. Let's try that instead. Oh. Alright, so I need to retry that. Let me just delete all these areas. And try one more time. 5 one beds, 3 2 beds. Okay. Okay, much better. So I'm going to press apply selected. And here it gave me pretty well-sized units. So I'm going to keep that as it is. And now I'm going to go and edit the 12th to 14th floor. And now here we are also going to adjust the corridor because we don't need it that. Configuration. So let me just adjust. Okay. And same steps. I'm going to go to AI Generate. And now on this floor, I'm going to do 3 1 beds and 3 2 beds. Okay, and AI Generate. Okay. That looks good. So apply selected. 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing with the 15th to 17th floor. I'm going to adjust the corridor as I need. And AI generate this area. And for the 15th to 17th, we are doing 1 1 bed and 3 2 beds. I'm going to generate that. Okay, looks good. Because of the funky shape in this building, it's not giving me too many options for the AI, which is fine. Sometimes that is actually a little bit better because sometimes you have too many options. You don't really know which one to go with. Yeah, and same thing here for the top floor. I'm going to press AI Generate. And the top floor is just 3 luxuriously sized 2 beds. All right, let's apply. Okay, and looks pretty good. So now our building is essentially complete with our locations for the floor layouts, for the units, approximate locations for your corridor and for your elevator core, your stair core. And the nice thing is if I click here, building information, I also get a great summary here where it lists how many units, their square footage is approximately, circulation, their efficiency as well. We have here a unit mix summary and then listing of gross areas, which is great. So this we can easily print out and send to the client. And you can even add deduction properties. But there you have it. Now we are good to go with our brand new project. Thanks for joining me.
Explore more projects designed by the SWA team in our gallery. We hope this tutorial was helpful and that you're now ready to start designing with ArkDesign.ai. Thank you.